did. Last year, the Niners kept 6 receivers, and it's way too early. What are your way too early predictions on which 6 receivers? Let me give you the names because I have the names right here.
Oh, we know. Let's do this real quick before we get into that. I'm gonna write them down so that I don't mess them up. We know that Debo's going to be there.
I got them pulled up. These are all the guys we got. We got Trent Sherfield, Jawan Jennings, Kevin White, Craig Kraft, Sanu, Travis Benjamin, Benny Fowler, Jalen Hurd, Debo, Austin Watkins, Richie James, and Brandon Ayuk.
Okay.
So that's 12 there. Last year we kept 6, and it's going to be tough.
Wait, you don't have Andy Jones on that list? Come on, what about Andy?
You know what?
No love for Andy Jones.
This is an old list. This must be an old list. It must be from yesterday.
It is. It was. Andy Jones. No, but let's go through it real quick. We know that it's going to be Ayuk, and we know that Debo is going to be there. We know that Richie James Jr. is going to be there, right?
Richie James, yes.
So we know those 3 for sure. So now we're dealing with 3 guys after that, and so that's going to be where it's going to be really interesting because I think that River Craycap has a really good chance of making this team.
Yeah.
Because it just seems like they do. But let's go through that. I'm going to say Jalen Hurd. If he's healthy, he makes it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's put him on next. Now we've got 4 guys. So now we have Ayuk, Samuel, James, and Hurd.
Yes.
Now you're looking at Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings is a guy who, from everything I've heard, looked good in OTAs. Grant was there. He's the one that said that he looked a lot better than he did last year. And Grant was really down on Jennings. We talked about him, what he looked like in 2020, that he didn't look good at all, but he looks much better. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pencil in Jennings because they did use a draft pick on him. So if he's good, if he plays and improves as we expect, especially with this preseason, right? They didn't have that preseason last year, and guys like Jennings are the ones that are going to really need that kind of stuff. So now we've got Ayuk, Debo, Richie James, Hurd, Jennings, and that last one I think is going to probably be Benjamin. The only reason that it might not be Benjamin is if they decide to have Ambry Thomas be the kick returner because he did it at Michigan. Because that's one of the strengths that Benjamin brings to the team, because they're going to want to have him for special teams. So I'm gonna say Benjamin over Sanu, even though I really like what he brings to the team as far as a veteran presence, and he's been into the Super Bowl and all that kind of stuff with Shanahan. So my 6 that I'm going to say right now, and you can lock it in, it's going to happen. At least until August when I'm looking at this and I'm saying I think it's going to be something else. But let's go. I'm going to say Ayuk, Samuel, Richie James, Jalen Hurd, Jennings, and Benjamin.